Yes guys, how's it going and welcome back to a new video. Today we are heading out to watch the Blaydon races. It is the 9th of June. It's not 1862, but it is a summer's afternoon and the sun is just about trying to peep out for today's race. And if you're unfamiliar with those lyrics, they are from the song The Blaydon Races, what has become an unofficial anthem for Newcastle and the Geordies. And today we are going to go and watch the race itself and hopefully get a bit of footage of the runners, and I'll try and give a bit more background to you guys on the Blaydon races. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more, keep watching and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Glorious sunshine now, although I'm sure the runners might not appreciate it, but it's great for me as a bystander, and I do have a friend running in today's race, so I'm hoping to cheer him on. A lot of people take it seriously, but there is a lot of fun runners as well, so I'm sure it's going to be good fun. To give a bit of background on the origin of the Blaydon races, the first one was held back in 1861, but it wasn't a foot race like we know today. It was a horse race on Blaydon Island. It was a 1 mile circular track, and the race was there for around 4 or 5 years. It was on, it was off, it moved around in location. Blaydon Island no longer exists. In fact, it was removed along with a few other islands in the River Tyne to help with the river flow and allow more ships through. But the race continued on until the final one in 1916. So it was on during the First World War, but was then cancelled due to suspected fixing of the race. And although that part of the history of the race has kind of been forgotten over time, one thing that remains is the song written, The Blaydon Races. The song The Blaydon Races was written and sang by George Geordie Ridley in 1862, and it documents his journey from the city centre out to Blaydon to watch the original Blaydon races. It has been sang by the Geordies ever since. George started his journey at Balmborough's, which is on the Cloth Market in Newcastle, just opposite the cathedral, before heading on to Collingwood Street on a busy bus, making their way up to Scotswood Road and then on to Blaydon to see the races. It's still unknown which parts of the song are actually fiction or fact. He sang the song in 1862, just a few days earlier at Balmborough's, before the race began in 1862. So how did he know what happened before the race already started? Having said that, that was the second year the race had been ran, so maybe he was documenting his travels from the year earlier in 1861, but set it up for the new race in 1862. I will apologise, by the way, for totally jinxing the weather. It's now very cold and looks like it's going to rain. Where I'm stood now, down on the quayside, is where the runners will start their race today. It begins just under the Tyne Bridge. At the moment, I'm here a bit early. The cars are still coming through. That will all shut down. Hi mate, you alright? Got a runner here. How are you, pal?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
The Blaydon races returned in 1962 for the 100-year anniversary of the song, where they marched a parade through the city centre and onto Blaydon. The modern day race that we are attending today started up in 1981 and has been ran every year since then. Today is the 40th race that will be ran and is organised by Blaydon Harriers and Athletic Club. Now you might be thinking, Rob, if the race is meant to run through the city centre, why am I stood down here on the quayside? You might also be wondering why, if this is the 40th race, why do the dates not quite add up? Well, it's because the last 2 years the race had to be cancelled due to COVID. It's fantastic the race is back this year, but in a way it has still been affected by COVID. The runners used to line up on Grey Street, and if you're local, you'll know they have widened all of the paths on Grey Street, and basically there wasn't going to be enough room, so they moved everything down. Got a visitor in the video. They have moved everything down here onto the quayside, starting underneath the Tyne Bridge, make their way up towards Scotswood Road, over the river and onto Blaydon. Hey. There you go, it's getting a lot busier now. We've walked down to the starting line. Everyone's still up by the Millennium Bridge at the minute, warming up. Not too long now until they play the Blaydon races. And then they will ring Jackie Bruin's bell, which is referenced in the song that is kept up in the Discovery Museum, brought down before the start of each race to be rang. He was John Brown, the bell ringer from Blaydon. So they've continued that for all of these years. This is the 160th year anniversary of the Blaydon races. So everyone's getting excited and I can't wait for it to get going. There you have it, the race is underway. Right behind me here, the 160th anniversary of the Blaydon races, the 40th Blaydon race to take part. Local hero playing, Blaydon races playing, it's tingles, so good. I think they must have lost poor Jackie Bruin's bell, like it took them a while to get it over from the Discovery Museum, but they got it over, they rang the bell and the race is underway. Yes! My best to keep up with the races behind me here. I don't know how far I'm going to walk, maybe Scotswood Road, but 4,700 racers this year. As I say, the pride of Newcastle is out here today. Everyone I'm talking to is absolutely loving it. I've heard they had over double that amount of applications as well, so it just shows how many people want to take part. Yeah, it's been cracking, absolutely loving it. That there is just about the final racers making their way away from me. Good luck, everyone. There you have it, guys. Here is a very empty Scotswood Road. We've seen Balmboroughs, we've seen Collingwood Street, we've seen the Quayside, we've seen an empty Scotswood Road. I'm not walking to Blaydon, but I wish the best of luck to everyone who has made their way over to Blaydon this evening. So good, 160 years, 40th race, almost 5,000 participants. Best of luck to everyone heading up there, and well done to Blaydon Harriers and Athletic Club for organising all of this. It's very weird to be stood in the middle of what normally is a very busy road. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Something a bit different to the usual stuff today. I am hoping to do a lot more of this, so if you did enjoy it, please drop a like and subscribe. Make sure you do not miss any future videos. And yeah, I hope you've learned a little bit about the Blaydon races as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you later.